It's finally time. I've had an Oculus Rift S for about 6 months or so, and since I was finally able to get my hands on one. I remember over a year ago when I made that video on trying the first generation Oculus Rift at the Microsoft Store, and I was thinking, I need one. I just do. And I have to say that I have not regretted my decision so far. There is a ton of fun to be had, and I'll say it here, $400 is a good entry price for this kind of tech. This is exactly what I mean, so let's go ahead and actually dive in, even though what I will be mentioning here is barely scratching the surface of the excitement around it. For more great content just like this, just make sure to subscribe and then turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss any uploads. Also, leave a like and a comment down below with all of your thoughts on this video. And while you're at it, I always leave affiliate links down below in the description as well. But make sure that you check out Luster so you can find the best deals on all of that tech that you're shopping for. It's a simple browser extension that helps you make the best purchasing decision. And lastly, don't forget to check out my merch store if you're into some monochrome clothing like everything I'm wearing right here. So with that said, links to everything down below. The exterior design consists of plastic and mostly padding here. This headset is actually very lightweight, but certainly not very cheap feeling. I think it's a necessity that it is this light since it will be hanging on your head for a long period of time after all. I think it's built nicely, and it's pretty comfortable and looks cool. And it's exactly what you would expect out of an Oculus headset. Also, this time, you don't have to deal with setting up any kind of cameras and sensors around your room because this headset has them built in, which is the most exciting feature and when it comes to making this a better consumer product. And I love that so much. The previous model was a no-go for me because of that. This just made it so much more accessible. And the controllers are also made out of plastic, but they feel pretty solid. They're lightweight, sure, but definitely get very comfortable to hold and use for long periods of time. And you've actually got a standard set of buttons here, though they're split evenly between both controllers, and it's to make all the buttons a lot more accessible and just easier to reach overall. I love these controllers and I think that they work great. And like I said earlier, this headset is pretty comfortable to wear for long periods of time, at the very least for the most part. You can adjust it to your heart's content, so you're bound to find the right fit for yourself. Now, I don't wear glasses, so I can't exactly speak on the comfort when you have to wear glasses over it, and I apologize for that. But as a small room VR setup, it's fairly comfortable, and the setup is very easy, no doubt. This headset has built-in audio, and I'll say it now that these do not get very loud at all, but they're fine for what they're meant for. If I'm honest, I think that they sound clear. Not a ton of bass, but not tinny either. Like, they just sound fine. And they still do a good job at keeping me immersed, I should say. But sometimes I just wish that they got a little bit louder, and I think that that's something that they can improve upon for the next iteration. This is a very powerful headset, even if mostly everything you do is handled by your computer and properly processed through the headset to give you that whole VR utility. So essentially, the more powerful your computer is, the greater your VR experience will be. On my build, I have a Core i7-8700K paired with an RTX 2080. This is actually very close to the best type of VR experience that you can get at the moment from a consumer perspective. Let's just go ahead and jump into a couple of games. Let's start off with Skyrim VR. It's a bit of a weird game, but the VR experience is mostly pretty good here. The graphics still look good, even if I couldn't fully immerse myself since I couldn't find the best angle when wearing this headset, unfortunately. What I mean is that there were always parts that weren't sharp, and it's somewhat distorted regardless of which position I put the headset in. That was just my experience, and you might not experience the same thing. However, with that aside, it was honestly pretty fun. Being able to just swing my sword instead of pressing a button, and actually feeling like I'm casting a spell versus just pressing a button. Just to make it all work, all of these things make Skyrim VR a pretty cool experience. And using these controllers paired up with the high resolution displays on each eye of this headset made it as good as an experience as we could probably get at this point. So with that said, I've really enjoyed Skyrim VR, even if it's not something that I would play every single day. And Super Hot VR is a lot more fun than I actually expected. The visuals are great, and everyone who's going after you looks pretty sharp, through this headset. Even in my tiny bedroom, I still have enough room to stay immersed and play the game to my heart's content pretty much, though I should still be careful every now and then. It's a good thing that they actually have those lines that tell you where your borders are, but this game is honestly a true workout. Since the headset will make you sweat after some time, you will be constantly active in this game. It's super fun. I play this game all the time if I'm in the mood for VR. I love it. And now we're gonna jump into Hellblade VR. So something like Hellblade VR is mostly an auditory experience. And what I mean by that is just that it's pretty much the only kind of value that you really get out of Hellblade VR, because I was expecting more of a first-person experience, but because you're still playing the game in third person as if you were just watching Senua versus playing as her, it just wasn't exactly the same. And it's still pretty cool, but can cause a little bit of dizziness if you don't have the headset on just the right position, since your eyes will get a little bit confused. At the very least, it happened for me. This is a sit down and play experience. Still, mostly Hellblade, but slightly more immersive. Unspoken was the one that sold me on this headset in the first place. It's really fun, and it's everything I would want it to be so far. You got features for casting spells that feel natural, and the ability to easily switch views and positions while not physically having to move. It's just perfect for a pretty small room, and it's just a ton of fun. The controls feel right, and it's just a comfortable experience to be had. I absolutely love it. And now, it should be noted that I still have not played Half-Life Alyx, even though I do intend to at some point. So, unfortunately, I guess I haven't tested the best of the best, like when it comes to VR games, but hey, now there's still an entire world to actually look out for. But there's actually so much more to this headset than just gaming. Like you can watch movies in VR, and even virtualize your desktop so you can browse through your computer. I use this headset also to pretend to travel to Norway using Google Earth. And in fact, my parents were blown away like when they got to see parts of our homeland in VR. Obviously, we're not Norwegian, but yeah, like we got to visit parts of the world. Just got blown away by it, and that they miss seeing. And these little things make VR a ton of fun for me. And I really like it because I don't just have to game on it. There's so much that I can do with it. But I've still got some complaints that I hoped would be addressed for this generation, and since that wasn't the case here, hopefully they'll get addressed for the next one. For one, the controllers are not rechargeable, which is really annoying because you'll have to buy some AA batteries every time these run out. And the onboard audio could be better, and it's fine for games like Super Hot, but Skyrim would strongly benefit from louder headphones, for example. I wish we had more AAA VR experiences aside from Skyrim. I mean, more RPGs available or something like that right now. There are a few games that interest me, quite frankly, and VR has been a thing for quite a while. So hopefully more VR games will start coming out soon as more developers start picking that up. And the Oculus Rift S still isn't perfect, but it is a hell of a lot better than their first iteration, if you ask me. It's more comfortable, it's more user-friendly, and there are more games available for you to choose from. And not to mention that the other things you can do with it, like watching movies, explore the web in VR, explore the entire world. All of these things are just pretty cool. These are just gimmicks, but they definitely add to the experience for myself personally. So if you have $400 burning a hole in your pocket, maybe it's worth considering because it's a really cool piece of tech and I absolutely love it, and you can do quite a bit with it. If not, then don't worry about it. Different gaming experience than what you're used to, but it's certainly not necessarily a better one. It's only a different one. Either way, I can happily recommend it. And if you're interested in purchasing this headset, then I will be making sure to leave affiliate links to Amazon and Luster in case you're interested in finding any kind of sales or any kind of purchase alternatives and be able to compare them to other VR headsets. And I will be making sure to be leaving those in the description. So if you use any of my links and make a purchase, I do get a small commission that does help me run things just a little bit more smoothly around here. So if you were to do that, I would appreciate that quite a bit. And also, do not miss out on my stream, as I like to stream every Friday and Saturday. And it's just a method of helping you guys relax and just take it easy after a long week. And it takes place from 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. Eastern time, even though that is subject to change pretty soon, as I am planning to extend my streaming schedule. With that said, links to everything below, and also do not forget to follow me on both Twitter and Instagram if you would like to stay up to date with the latest and greatest in regards to the Tech Summit endeavors. So with that said, This has been Francisco from Tech Summit. Thank you for watching, and I will be seeing you all later. Enjoy.